some of the things that we were talking about in the prior segment with DJ Camus, who is he doubles up sometimes as our co-host, so we appreciate DJ for standing in. There's some really important messages that DJ talked about. One is about the nonprofit side. We actually have four things that we talk about on the show. One is web marketing. The other one is professional networking. The other is the nonprofit side and how the for-profits and the nonprofits actually can benefit each other. I'm going to go into some really in-depth detail about how the for-profits and nonprofits can work together. And then the final aspect is just about all things social life, whether that be fashion. I don't. Those of you who are watching me on YouTube, I don't want to hear any commentary about whether or not my tie matches today. but I say that facetiously and in a funny way, because the reality is it's supposed to match, but last year maybe it didn't match. So it literally will vary from season to season, from year to year. I do remember I was talking to a woman who was asking me some fashion advice, and she said, I'm really, really into fashion. And she said, I really feel like I'm knowledgeable. And just keep in mind, this comment was made about 3 months ago. She said, because I actually watched Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, and and I said, well, here's the thing: is that's been about 10 years, I think, since it's actually the last time it's aired. So that means you're about a decade off. So you want to make sure, because trends actually change. But the reason why she felt she was so hip and up to date is that her husband was dressing 30 years before that. So the point is that literally, if you're going to be in fashion, we are very blessed today to be able to learn about fashion quickly. All you have to do is look at, and I'm going to give some amazing fashion advice for everyone here. And if you apply it, just know that from blog to blog it might be different. But here's the blogs actually are a great way for you to find out what's in style. Both for, you can actually blog, top 10 trending fashions for teenage boys, for teenage girls, for tweens, so kind of the in-betweens, for children, for toddlers, for, and this of course gets into my category, adult male and adult female. So you can actually put in keywords and come up, and it will literally come up with all the different things that are in style. Now, a couple of helpful hints. It's almost more important to look for Fashion Faux Pas 2013. Fashion Faux Pas Spring 2013. Fashion Faux Pas. Okay, DJ, hold up those ankles again. Okay,
No
DJ
socks.
is actually not committing one of the fashion faux pas, which is to wear socks with your sandals. He is, however, since he's in Arizona, wearing sandals. And we actually didn't show that on YouTube, or else we would have seen his amazingly sexy ankles. But the point is that when you're looking at fashion, you want to find out what's in fashion, compare it against fashion faux pas, so you know what to throw out of your closet. And if you're one of those conspiracy theorists that think that the reason why they have fashion faux pas listed out there is so they actually get you to throw out a portion of your closet, that's not a conspiracy, that's fact. So you are supposed to throw away a portion of your, donate it to Goodwill, whatever the case might be. Savers, and some of the other, St. Vincent de Paul happens to be a nonprofit that we're working with, or the Stars Foundation, only I don't think they can actually accept clothing, at least not in Arizona. So you might want to go to the Stars Foundation website, which help me, DJ.
StarsFoundation.com.
StarsFoundation.com. Learn about what they do. If there is a way to donate, great. If you donate your clothing, great. But follow their directions on how to donate and make sure that they actually know the best way to be able to receive your clothing. Otherwise, go to St. Vincent de Paul, go to Goodwill, Savers, Deseret Industries, depending on which part of the United States you're in. So get rid of those clothes that are not in style. That's half the battle. Just not being in style, but at least not being out of style. That's half the battle right there. And then the next thing is that when you're Googling these amazing blogs, they're going to have guys on the runway, or they're going to have women on the runway. You try to dress like the women on the runway, and you don't look like a woman on the runway. Or if you try to dress like these amazing guys on the runway, and you don't look like the guys on the runway, you might not be able to carry the crazy outfits that they have. So then just kind of use your common sense. Throw out your bad things, and then put in your good things. But don't do things that are too tacky unless you get a couple of compliments along the way. Now, men don't tend to compliment each other when they don't mean it. Women do. You go hack your hair off and it looks the worst your hair has ever looked. Women say, "Wow, you look great." Well, don't take that to heart. And kind of try to get some and part of where I'm building to is a little bit later. We're going to be bringing on an image consultant who's going to talk about all these things, the best way to be able to fit fashion into your life. Then it gets more complicated with the image consultant from the standpoint of, is it the best color for your skin? I've learned the hard way that olive colors don't really look good on my skin. Some things make me look too good. Don't make my skin look very good with that little reddish hue that I have. So these are all things about fashion, and that's probably one of the first times you've heard me truly talk about fashion, even though we're supposed to be covering the social life a little bit more on the show. So I wanted to kind of pick that angle up a little bit. And then what we are going to be talking about today is how nonprofits work together, like the Stars Foundation. So we kind of began with the segment there. And how, for example, a real estate, I think DJ talked a little bit about the real estate angle with Trusted Team. And then the Stars Foundation, and then in just a moment after we introduce our guest, I'm going to be talking about how we are able to take Trusted Team, combine it with a nonprofit, combine it with a for-profit, and get the type of results we're looking for that help society at the same time that we help business. They don't have to be mutually exclusive. There's so much thought out there. There's such a huge movement that's anti-business, acting like we can't get anything done unless we get rid of business. It's much better to harness business in a way that benefits everyone at the same time, in a way that benefits the business. And that's normally done through the nonprofits. Harnessing the businesses through taxing them, all that does is put you out of a job. I'm going to say that again. All that taxing businesses more and more and more does is put you out of a job. And whether it's putting you out of a job because the price of everything goes up through inflation, or whether it is that you yourself are paying for more at the store, and it's normally a combination of both, then pretty soon you're out of a job. You can't afford it, they can't afford it, we're all in a world of hurt. But if you work with nonprofits, there's synergy that comes, and we're going to talk about that when we come back from break. We went a little bit long on our last segment.